Okay, my name is Winnie Wamwoso Mbidi. A hotelier by profession, but I changed. I kind of shifted to human resource management. Yeah, that's what I do at the moment.
Okay, what is that one thing we don't know about you?
There's nothing that is not known about me. I'm a joyful person. I like having fun. I like family, friends, and yeah, that's just me.
Okay, fantastic. I hope for you.
It's beautiful to hear her talk the way she does, especially it's the day to her wedding, so you can imagine how exciting we are. As much as we are, we have those goosebumps, eh? Yeah, they're coming along as much. My name is John Mark Henga. I'm a construction engineer by profession. I work in Nairobi. What else did you want me to?
Yeah, something we don't know about you.
What you don't know about me? I'm a freak for success. I hate failing people, especially her, and I've always done my best from day one to ensure that whenever I promise her something, it comes to pass, and she can be a testimony to that. I never fail her.
Okay.
Never ever.
Confirm.
Yes, actually, it is true, and it's very strange.
Yeah, I know. I never even, for mine personally, I never understand it. I don't know how I do it. It just happens that every time I promise her something, it has to come to pass.
Like which one? An example?
Like this wedding, like our engagement, like when I promised I'm taking dowry, I'm going to pay her dowry. It came to pass the same time. Every commitment I've always tried to make, I've always tried my best that I ensure that it is fulfilled. Sometimes they become a little not so easy to fulfill, because when you're making them, not like you have a plan set out, automatic original plan, but somehow I think there's a God somewhere that really trusts in me as much as I trust in him. So he's always allowed me to succeed in fulfilling the promises I make to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a lucky girl. How does it feel? Most ladies just have all those wishes, but none comes to pass. I mean, yeah.
Actually, it's something that I really, really like about him, because he will tell you something, you'll just like be like, but he will actually do it. Very, very strange. It's not so many people who do that. Yeah. But for him, he does keep his promises. And I like that about him.
Okay. So when did this whole love story start? How did you two meet? When did you set eyes on each other?
She tells the story better. Because she keeps on like making fun of it all through. And I'm told that during her bridal shower, it was the craziest story that was ever told. So she can.
We met 5 years ago. I don't know what was happening. Was it referendum or something was happening? And we organized a friends reunion with my neighborhood friends. So we went out to a restaurant. We were actually so many. I think we were 8 to 10 girls, all girls. So we just went into a restaurant. We were having our dinner, making fun and all. Then this guy comes around. And he's just on my case. Like, he's not leaving me to breathe. Until my friends started making fun of me. So he's just here. And I tell them, this guy, can we guys leave this place? Because any ananisumbua. Can we just leave this place? Then we paid the bill and we left. While we were downstairs, when I turn, I see him again. He's following us. We moved from one restaurant to another. Can you imagine? He followed us and sat on our table across the street. And I'm like, really, why are you following me? Just stop following me, please. And
so
he's
imagine,
just there.
I would not sit on that because they went and sat on that. The table is like a nice couch all round where they went. So I couldn't sit on their table, so I had to like sit separately but closer, where I could see them. I ordered you guys a drink or what? Yes, I bought you guys a drink.
Yeah, then now he just started buying drinks and buying drinks. And then after a few hours later, now he joined us, actually.
Funny, I know.
He joined us, and then it's okay. Then now I got relaxed and... when the night was almost ending, now it was time for him to drop us.
Imagine.
All the 8 girls?
All the eight
girls.
Do you know what's funny about it all? Is that I was made to drop all the girls, but she was the first I was to drop. Who does that? You know, it's just weird. And it's one of those not very nice feelings I had on the first time. Especially when because my intention was that, you know, you want to have some more time with her. So you're going to drop all these other guys and come back and drop her last. She was the first to be dropped. Actually, her sister has insisted that I have to drop her first before I drop them. Wow. They were that protective. So,
What made you keep following her?
I wonder.
There was no. Actually, not that. She came out. She was among us this bunch of girls who looked almost slightly older than her. More mature. She was naive, kinda, I think so.
Really?
She keeps saying she wasn't. She was a bit naive. And it's easy to separate a honest person from a bunch of people and be able to just isolate the difference between a bunch of so many girls. Get to know this one that looks unique, looks beautiful, calm, composed. She was so composed in the bunch and calm, and she wasn't talking much actually at the time. So she kept on pushing me away. I think the pushing me away thing kept on the pushing me away thing kept me going all through. So I say this one. I think this one I have to hand her somehow. Be able to.
Most days say that when ladies are like in that whole bunch,
yes,
like it's
intimidating. Yes, it is. I think, but I keep saying, if you really truly understand yourself better, and you have the confidence, I don't think it should be a big deal. It should be difficult. We men, let me say, generally have the tendency to chicken out, kind of, when the ladies are in a bunch, because they are very intelligent. They always like this. Girls are like clowns. They want to almost jump on somebody who's going to pick one of them. So they keep each other like in terms of protection. So, but my understanding of approaching a woman or person who you believe is worth your time is that you would give it whatever effort there is to give it. And that's why it was easy for me to hand her back and forth. Yeah.
At that time, were you searching? Were you in that?
Okay. I wasn't searching. There was this. I was coming out of a relationship. I had not even gotten out 100%. So there was this girl previously that I was dating that we fell out, not very nicely, and at the process of falling out. Actually, we had back and forth, so much of that. And by the time now I'm meeting her, we've reached that point where you already know it's not reversible. And there's nothing much you can do about it. So I had to, but I didn't have it in mind. Actually, meeting her did not cross my mind that I would ever marry her. One of those things or even engage her. Look, 5 years down the line, we would have known. Yeah, but here we are. So, yeah, we thank God.
How was that for you, knowing that this guy was hunting you and you're the one to be first dropped? Did you think?
Actually, for me, I wasn't really keen.
She wasn't into it.
I wasn't really keen on him. Actually, it was nothing for me. It was just this usual guy who just decided to disturb me tonight. And I just allowed him to disturb me the whole night. Then I got dropped and it was nice. Actually, we got dropped and we were robbed after he dropped us. And I called them to tell him, why you've just dropped us and someone was following us. I was with my best friend and someone was following us and we've just been robbed. So And then the next day, me, I traveled back. I used to stay in Maseno. I was in school. So me, I traveled back and forgot about it. It was just like a usual weekend that I went out, and that was that. Yeah.
How did you come together? Like, how did you maintain contact, or what transpired from there? For her leaving, and did you even know she left?
Yeah, no. I didn't. Actually, I came to realize later that she had gone back. Although I think in the middle of certain conversations we have after that, she had mentioned that she studies in Maseno, and she had come over for some brief. It was a brief kind of weekend or something.
Yeah, it was just a weekend.
Yeah, but I kept on calling, texting, one time or another. Sometimes I would do breaks. You know, those that you're not sure. It was a one-time meet, and you don't have the guarantee that this is really it. This is someone you feel special about as much. Those initial times you don't. So you'd call sometime extensively, sometimes with a break, sometimes. She never used to like that. The idea that I would call continuously, then there's a time I would break off.
I used to call it disappear. My disappearing man.
She hated it, the idea that I would call and disappear, call and disappear. Then later now we set a date where she had to travel to Nairobi, and she came, imagine, to my surprise. She came all the way to come and see me. That was that point where you start to realize that it's possible that this is real, and that she has a trust in me to the extent she can come over all the way and see me. That was beautiful. It was one of the most beautiful. We did dinner, we had that very nice evening, and yeah, that was the start of a brief but very long journey.
What gave you the confidence?
I don't know, because he used to call me a lot. Sometimes we could talk for even an hour, and then like maybe let's say a week, maybe a week and a half, then he'll disappear for another week or a weekend or even a month. And for me, I could not call him. Like, I just couldn't call him.
She couldn't get herself to give me a phone call.
I couldn't. If he doesn't call, then I won't call. It's him who's looking for a good thing, right?
At least now we know it's a good thing.
So I never used to call him. So if he calls, well and good. If he doesn't, no. So this time he calls me, and I think about it, and I'm like, yeah, I think I want to see this guy. Because the first time, I don't even remember his face so well. I can't even remember him so well. So I'm like,
that's so disappointing.
I think I want to go and see him. It was about 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months later.
Maybe 3 or 4 months later. And I tell my friends, I tell actually my roommate, and she's like, no, you can't go see a stranger from Maseno. You go to Nairobi to see someone you've never seen before. And I'm like, no, I just want to go. In case of anything, see you know where I am. You'll come look for me. You'll come look for me. And I traveled all the way, and I came.
Yeah.
So was it like a blinded, like the company member, this and this, somehow you're meeting?
No, but for me, I couldn't forget her, because I had the crazy opportunity of being told to drop her first and drop the rest of them. So, and then the following her thing allowed me to be able to understand the kind of person she was. Not really understand, but to know her, know the physical person that she was. So it wasn't really blind as such. For me, for her probably. Yeah, for her I think she was skeptical, she wasn't sure, but she came. So, but it ended up being a very beautiful date. Very beautiful. Now I did something strange, imagine, after that.
What did you do?
I sent her back to Maseno. Then I didn't call.
Not even to ask if I arrived.
I didn't call.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why?
I had said to myself that I have called you for 3 months every other time. You never called me once. So I want to understand if this thing that we have is real, and it might be, because remember it's the initial days, so you're not so sure. So I choose to say that she came over, so that was good enough courage. why don't I give her an opportunity to call me back? If the date was beautiful enough, if she had a beautiful time, if she was here and was happy, let her call me back. She never called.
Also not.
Come on, seriously.
I was so angry. How could you do that? Was it that you didn't like me coming over, or what was it?
She never called.
You never called too, not even to ask if I arrived in school. Well, he never did. And then I said, well and good, that's done. That's a done deal.
She thought. So t-shirt. Me, I was like, what do you call it? There's a name for it. I was scouting. I was doing what? I was like waiting for her to get back. Those kind of making her understand whether it's really a beautiful thing that we were building or not. To me personally, I wanted to be sure. Yes, we met, have a nice first date. It was beautiful. But was it beautiful for both of us? Was it real? Was it something that we would want to do again? So I chose to say, what if I give it an off, switch off literally, for both myself and her, and see if there will be a point where either of us will call back, then probably it will work out.
That's shocking.
Imagine.
So who felt it first? Who said,
I still called back. I still called back. Imagine.
How many months later?
I was coming out of a damaged relationship that didn't end so well. So you know how skimpy you are. You're not so sure. So whether this is real or not, you're still not there yet. So you kind of being skeptical, you being careful. So I didn't want to give it much ado. I didn't want to give it much any concentration. So I chose to decide to just let me see. Maybe this is not going nowhere. So.
What made you call me?
Oh my God. A day passed by, a week passed by, 2, a month passed by, imagine. A month and a half, imagine, 2. You know that point where you're debating with yourself and you're telling yourself, do I call or not? You type a text and delete it? Yeah, I went through that a lot. Finally, I couldn't hold it anymore, so I picked my phone and called. This time I called and I never hung up. Yeah, so that's just how it went, and it's been 5 years. Imagine.
Were you shocked that finally he called,
She was excited.
Actually, I always waited for his call. That is the strangest part of it, because I liked his voice, for one. Even before I knew his face, I liked his voice. So I always waited for him to call. And he used to call at a specific time, like maybe at around 9:30. So he could just spend me on my phone waiting for him to call. But I wouldn't call.
I would get to the house. Each time I would be driving home, I would call when I'm opening the door. She'd listen to some strange part of where I open the door, go in, drop the keys, lock the door, go. I don't know why I would always go to the loo. No, honestly. That you'll cut. I don't know why you'll cut that part. I don't know why I would always go to the loo. Every time I would call her, I was driving, I was packing, then I'd up the stairs and I'll open the door, lock it behind. I'll drop the keys, go to the loo, then I go to the bed. So I'll lie in the bed while we talk. We would talk all through.
We'll talk until someone will sleep.
One of us will sleep off.
Or I will sleep off.
We would remember in the morning that we were talking. Every single day. I used to stay alone, so it was never... Yeah. Come on, really.
It's refreshing.
You're cutting that off. Let's agree. That part. I know. Yeah.
But anyway, did you now finish?
She like almost registered in her mind what I would do. She knew what I would do when I would call her. She knew. Now I'm going to the inside, now I'm locking the door, up the stairs, going to the bed. Exactly. She mastered it. I would call a specific time. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so what is it? Did you now finish school and then come back, or how did you now make it at least more?
Wow.
Cut down the
Wow.
distance.
Now it kept on being almost a continuous kind of date. We kept on doing, was it weekends? Yes. You know, funny enough, not that I had money, I didn't as much, but I would book her flight every other Friday.
You
She
didn't
would
have
go with
money.
the morning flight. No, come on.
Two.
Really? Seriously?
No. I'm just
Yeah, but I would book her flight every Friday evening. She'd go back every Monday morning. So imagine I was staying down along Loakabete Road. I would drive her at 5 in the morning on Monday
To the airport.
You can imagine how opposite those sides are to JKIA every Monday morning. Then I would head to work after that.
Then I'll go to
So you can
for
imagine
my
what
class.
time we would wake up. We would never have 4 a.m. or something. It was crazy. So that kept on, and we get used to each other. We get closer, and yeah.
So how was the engagement?
Wow. She refused the first one.
He did it on phone.
She refused my first request for engagement intentionally.
How do you do it on
so,
phone?
So who
really?
does engagement on phone? Come on. It doesn't matter. For me personally, I think we reached that point where you choose what you want. I don't think the method or the mode of doing it really for me matters much. If I decide to do this, I'll do it. I am not that kind of guy who is fancy and so I don't know how to do that. For me, it's casual, it's simple, straightforward and all that. So I did it fast on the phone. She declined.
I didn't decline. I
She
just
declined.
laughed.
She laughed. She could not respond. So I think she was a bit excited on the idea, but she couldn't say yes. And then I think she thought I was crazy because she was still in college. So the idea wasn't even resonating with her. And she never had an idea of getting married as much at the point. So for her, it was like one of those things, what's wrong with this guy? And all that. So, yeah. But later on in life, I think 2015 was a beautiful one, August. That's when she accepted that, yes, me and her can get married. It was a beautiful one. We didn't do that kneeling down thing, no. No. I don't know how to do that. I'm
You
not
should
sure.
do it.
But I ended up, come on, we did it somewhere at some point.
Well,
The other day. Look at you. She can't even remember. That's how much get you. She's gotten used to it that much. Yeah. But it's been beautiful since 2015. Yeah. After she made the decision to say yes to me now, to marry me, it's been beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Because we set off to settle and maybe get married. We've been planning this for very long.
wow, 2 years.
Hey, we've been planning this for very long. Yeah, it's been. I don't know why, but I feel it's been a beautiful, beautiful journey. I don't regret an inch of it. She's one of those girls. She's one of those girls, and she's never let me down. Yeah, but she's what is the word? She's what are you? She's not quiet kind of girl. She's what is the word? She talks a lot.
Okay.
Yes, she does. And she's exciting, very exciting. There's one of those points where you drive to Kisumu or to Nakuru, and trust me, she would talk from here to past Naivasha.
Hi.
With her legs on top of the bonnet, she's out restless and jumping around. I used to love that. It was one of those, like, you have company, you're assured you have company. But it was beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Okay, so going back to those days, why did you not have this thing of getting married? Why?
Okay. I didn't believe in marriage,
Why?
for one.
Why?
Because I am surrounded with, not in a bad way, but in a family where marriages just kind of don't work. So, you get scared, will mine really work? how will it be? Will this happen to me? Someone loves you today. You see them, you see the love, you see what? Tomorrow someone is hitting you, fighting you, sending you away with your kids. And I was scared. I was scared of marriage.
Very.
Very, very scared of marriage, actually. Because I was thinking, will this happen to me too? Why would I let it happen to me? And marriage is a decision. I can't decide to take myself into the hole, or I can decide to just stay back and live my life, my independent life, do my things, and just, yeah. So at one point, I can't actually remember who told me, but I remember someone told me that if you like or love someone, why not sit down and settle? What else are you looking for? If you love them, why not settle? And I sat down and I thought to myself, okay, why must my marriage be like everyone else's marriage? Mine can be better, and I'm willing, and I'm open-minded, and I'm willing to make mine work. And I decided, why not give it a try and see? But I'm not giving it a try and see, actually. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it. Yeah. My marriage will be an example to everyone else. Yes.
She keeps saying that nowadays.
Yes. Because there have been a lot of breakage of relationships in our family, all around, not my uncles, my aunties, just cousins. Marriages are just not working. And I feel like it's the notion of the young generation, like, I'm a lady, I'm working, you're working, so why should I submit to you? Why should you tell me what to do? But this is, it's written in the Bible that women shall submit, right? So if this is your husband, you need to make a decision in your mind that this is what I wanted, this is the man that I love, and we need to make this work. And our first policy is no breaking.
Yeah.
Come what may, no breaking.
We made a decision together. It's like a commitment. We crossed fingers and said, we are never breaking up. It's our first principle is that it doesn't matter how much we will fight and argue and have differences. We must stay together. We must live forever together. And no, as in, we've drawn the lines to the extent we can go and not go. Whatever decisions we made in terms of making mistakes here and there, they will come. We've made some already in between us. Of course, not extreme. Normal mistakes, normal daily mistakes, but we keep solving them every other time. And I love that we've gotten to where we are right now. It's been beautiful. But the commitment is very simple. We're never breaking up. Never ever.
Yeah, because it's so easy for people, like, you've done this today, tomorrow, leave my house. It's like when you're here with your boss, why would your boss be every now and then threatening you? If you don't do this, you leave. If you don't do this, you leave. How will even that environment be for you? You can't even work. It's the same way. Yeah. If in a marriage, every now, I will leave, you will leave, you will leave. Why? Why will someone do that to you? This is a relationship. You need to say, you decided to be here. We are both grown-ups. We decided to be here. Why would it be that you do something wrong, you leave? Actually, the biggest principle of marriage is forgiveness. If you have forgiveness, I have forgiveness, he has forgiveness, then nothing will make us break up. What will make us break up? Because he atanikosea, obviously, yeah? But if I know how to forgive, I will forgive. And in the same way, he will forgive me. Then why won't we stay together? Unless now, I don't know, but no.
How was the proposal for 2015? Were you expecting it?
No.
She wasn't.
No, I wasn't. He just kind of did it when we were talking on our usual phone calls, and he's just like, I want you to be my wife.
One of those things you never expected.
Really? What is it that you're telling me? And he's like, I'm serious, yeah. I want you to be my wife. Actually, I really, really laughed. I laughed it off, and I was like,
One of those big time jokes.
Ah, you're just joking. What the hell? Me, your wife, how?
She didn't believe that there would be a possibility of like somebody asking her to get married, so because it wasn't even part of her conversations anyways.
Even my mom is shocked that Winnie, you're actually getting married. It's something that she didn't think it will be something soon. Like mimi si mtu wa kuolewa.
Yeah.
Even my friends, you tell them, I'm getting married, and like, you're getting married? You, Winnie, you're getting married? Yeah, it happened.
So after the, well, past the distance from Maseno and Nairobi, what other challenge have you faced while still dating?
Wow, there was a distance. I think we've had a myriad of challenges here and there, and primarily has been to cope with the idea of truly that we are getting married, and the engagement has been a stretch, a long one. You can imagine dating for how that long. There's been serious challenge of planning this wedding. Although God has been on our side, I think this is a point where I tell God thank you, because He's really come through for us, truly, truly. Because until 2 months ago, I didn't know how I was going to pay for this wedding. But everything has worked out somehow, and we thank God for that grace. But we've had two fights here and there, arguments from time to time. She really gets hungry. Yeah, when she does, and coming her down is not very easy. It's not one of the very easy things. And you can't go away. You know, I am the guy when we're having issues. When those moments, I go quiet and I let things settle down. She'd want to solve that then and then. She's not the kind who would want to wait and later. So that has been a challenge for us, but we've found a way of coping around it. So now I don't ignore her. When she wants to solve it, we talk about it right then when she wants. Then she would also calm down easily and understand that I like it when we calm, talk our things when we're a bit sober. But we've coped with that, and so far, so good.